What's up guys, it's Ain here and welcome to Is It Worth It number 5. This is the series where I talk about lots of different things that have to do with PkHonor and if they're essentially worth it. So if you missed last episode, we talked about custom whips. If you did miss last episode, you can actually click the little box right there and it'll send you custom whips. So I'll talk about all about the custom whips and which ones are worth buying and which ones aren't worth buying. So in this episode, we're going to be talking about Dagannoth Kings, and if it's actually worth it to work on getting the achievement points to actually go kill Dagannoth Kings. So there are three different Dagannoth Kings: the Supreme, which is range, the Prime, which is mage, and the Rex, which is melee. And we'll talk about that a little bit later on. They all have a combat level of 303. Their requirements are 20 achievement points and 43 prayer. They are not AFKable, and how you get to them is you go monsters and then Dagannoth Kings. Of course, after you have your 20 achievement points from the wise old man. So yeah, that's pretty much how you do them. It's not AFKable because you are going to be getting damaged. Now when it comes to drop rates, there's tons and tons of items that the Dagannoth Kings really just always drop. But there's a couple main items that people really look out for. And that's the Berserker Ring and the Hand Cannon. Now, most of these items, all the Dagannoth Kings drop them. Only a couple, 5 mil items, just specific ones drop it. Now, if you want to actually stop and watch and see, you can just pause the video and you can read through what they actually drop. Now, the FAQ. First thing I always hear is, it's so crowded. If it's crowded, you can go to the Honor World, or, you can just wait and go do something else. Now, if people are always taking your drops, meaning they're always doing more damage than you, then join a PVMing clan chat, or as I said before, go do something else. Finally, should I pick up the bones? Yes! Yes, always pick up the bones because they are worth 400 to 500k each, and they give awesome prayer XP. So, this is just a quick run through Dagannoth Kings, so you always want to go there and protect Mage, because the Prime hits a ton of Mage damage, and all the little guys around the water area always hit you for a lot. So we just killed the Prime, and as you can see, we actually were able to get the drop, even though these guys, I believe it or not, in a clan chat, we're able to get it because we had that spec and Torva and all that kind of good stuff. But if you don't have that kind of gear, we're going to talk about what you can do to actually save yourself so you don't actually get crashed by people, well, like me for instance. We just killed the Supreme and now we're going to kill the Rex once again. So it's very simple. The Dagannoth Kings are really easy to kill, and that's why a lot of people go to the Dagannoth Kings. That's why they're so crowded. So gear setups. How can you really get the most damage out of your GP? So here's the quick inventory setup you want to bring. Now this is for if you have Torva and things like that, lots of defense kind of items. You want to have 2 overloads, a couple Ceridome brews, some super prayers, and a teleport tab. Now if you don't have that much defense, you're going to want to bring a little bit more Ceridome brews, the overload, the super prayers, and yes, that's a teleport tab. I made it in paint because I forgot to make a teleport tab, or put a teleport tab in the inventory, so I drew one. It's pretty good in my opinion, pretty well drawn. So let's talk about gear setups. This is probably, well, this is personally my favorite gear setup because it gives you a ton of defense bonus, gives you the divine, you have the brawlers to get the XP, and the chaos for that damage. I personally, when I use this, I'm always getting kills. Now, I understand some people might not like this setup, and to be honest, Void gets more damage out per second. So let's say there's a lot of people there and they're all in a clan. You want to bring Void, you want to get a Chaos Whip, you want to get all this kind of stuff. Now let's say you don't have a Divine, you don't have a Custom Whip, you can always switch these out. Use a Chaotic, regular Whip, a DFS, Dragon Defender, it really doesn't matter. If it's crowded, use Void, you'll be getting lots of damage and you won't get damaged much. But if you're the only person there, there's only like 2 other people there, try to use Torva, try to use Bandos, because you're going to be able to stay there a lot longer, get more XP, and get more drops. So here's the Bandos setup personally. And if you don't have Brawling Gloves, you can use Barrow's Gloves. They have the same stats. I just like to get the XP. Now if you only have Barrows, or you only have Rune, I highly suggest that you go into a PvM clan chat. There's tons. They always yell about their clan chat One off the top of my head would be Loudpack. I'm pretty sure they do PVMing. So if you have Barrows, Rune, things like that, you're probably not going to be getting any of the kills that much if you're not in a clan. So I highly suggest that you join a clan, go with your buddies, be like, hey guys, can we go to Dagannoth Kings? Bam, go to Dagannoth Kings. Now, is it worth it? Yes, even though you have to get 20 achievement points and it's, a lot of work, it's actually not too much work because you're going to be making so much GP. So Dagannoth Kings, in my opinion, are great. They've made me so much bank, probably like 20 villagers from Dagannoth Kings. They're a fantastic, stable way of making cash. And, I mean, even if they're crowded, you can join a CC, or you can just wait, like I personally do. I just wait. Lots of times, I'll have stayed there for 5 minutes, they'll leave, and then bam, there you go. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button. Now, if my commentary sounds a little off or I sound a little odd, that's because I've been fighting a cold these past few days. I was really sick yesterday and the day before, so that's the reason. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button, and yeah, peace.